There's something to be said about hard-nosed full contact. It's like that raw rap all the way back to boom bap. Spikes up, Ty Cobb inspired killing the corners. Heating up with recklessness, we still getting warmer. Nevertheless, none can contest, we bring it best. Wile E. Coyote mixed with Roadrunner, full comers. Holding your title hostage, the kings we smoke others. You're either with us or against us, it doesn't matter which. Scouting your weakness, we bring the wrath when we hit. There's never been a squad as raw as trash can spit. You might get bashed with a stick while I'm pounding the fence. Look around, you're a fish while I'm rounding it quick. Take a look at the base and sprint off with a fist in your face. No remorse, no mercy, no force can hurt me. The scouts purposely bring the pain, come try to work me. But there's a crew of dirty cats.
There is a crew of dirty cats waiting to pounce on you. Thank you, as always, every week, to the BP Mercenaries. Carlos, and my boy, fellow Philly enthusiast, Paco Knott. Appreciate you, man.
Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, I got the Philly on. We lost. Who cares? That's what, when you're a fan, you take the L's. Congratulations, San Francisco 49ers. You won. And not only did you win, you whooped the Eagles' ass, but I just want to remind everybody, the Eagles were the number one seed before the game, and after losing Sunday, they're still the number one seed. And it's week 13. We got a couple weeks left, folks, so hang in there. Poor Marlos, imagine being in his spot where he just got to worry about are they going to screw up getting a high draft pick or not by letting Kyler Murray play. Based on last week, I don't know, man. I don't know. So anyway, moving 3, folks.
Wait a minute. Wait. You're having some technical difficulties. We can't hear you.
Yeah, my whole thing just was like not recognized. Okay.
All good.
Sorry. I don't know what the hell happened there. Anyway, hey, it's a lot harder to be a Cardinals fan was only my point with the things you get excited about, draft picks and whatnot. So count your blessings if you're Eagles or a 49ers fan, and let's hope they see each other again in the playoffs in Philly if we hold our number one seed, because our important games this week, that's why I wore my green. I just want to remind everybody, this is when my shit talking ramps up because I just can't stand Cowboys fans. I got respect for 49ers fans, no respect for Cowboys fans. None. You front-run cockroaches. We'll see you Sunday. All right, moving on. Welcome, Season 3, Episode 3. A subdued Wednesday night because Marlos and I jumped into Warzone, and, well, we didn't do so good. We're still learning which guns to use and whatnot, but I will say early impressions are I like it. I think we'll be playing more. Our buddy Sticks jumped in there. Come on, man. First chat. Yes! That's probably Jergy because of the Cowboys comment. But moving on. Warzone's fun. Personal plug. I'm not even sure I've done it yet. I know I was talking about doing a lot of golf content. I've actually pivoted to the music thing. The band I've joined, I've posted a couple times. It's called The Light Senders on Instagram. It's at The Light Senders. Please, I'm asking everyone, if you get a minute, please go follow. Throw us a follow there. We're getting ready. It's looking like January. We're going to release this record we're working on. It's done. We're mixing right now. It was work in doing this record. I got my home recording set up to get it done, and I played on a lot of stuff, man. I'm really, really proud of this stuff. So if you go throw it a follow, I'd really appreciate it. As you know, both Morris and I are in like a bunch of musical endeavors, and as they come up, we tend to post them and talk about them on the show a little bit. So when the album comes out, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll use some music for a background or something. Anyway, so the Other Worlds were this weekend. And that's what I'm going to call them, I think. I think that's fair.
Why?
Because it's not, I always usually like to come up with an insulting name. So I'm just going to come up with that.
Just call them what they are.
The Other Worlds. Not quite the best worlds, the other worlds. That's the way I look at it.
I'm not entirely sure there is such thing as the best worlds.
Well, all right. The ones that everybody's measured by doesn't mean they're the best one, but with the amount of teams and what happens, everybody knows September's when everybody judges people by. Anyway, wanted to shout out. We finally got some Arizona teams doing some damage. It was nice. I got to be honest, and you can hate if you want, but I'm keeping it real. It was kind of nice for a change to go on the Facebook and not see 47 posts of, we went 3-3. We didn't have the result we wanted. We'll be back. Or 2-4. We didn't hit. No, we had some mix there. Got a couple 03s, couple won the ships. Brachos, I think, finished 6th. Madre didn't lose till Sunday night. So nice mix. Nice mix there for this other world. All right. Here's the damage that went down. I'm not sure I'm ever playing ball again. Chat, whoever that is. Right now, gun to my head, never. So let's go over some of the better finishes there for Worlds. 40s women's major, 5 teams in the division. Not too serious. End up winning the whole damn thing. Congrats on your 2-inch glove trophy, 1 bat, and 1976 duffel bag.
Jesus Christ.
With what looks like Mork and Mindy on it from a promotional giveaway.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's for the OOGs.
Mork and fucking Mindy, bro. Hey, I don't know, bro. You know what? Honestly, you offer me a Mork and Mindy fucking bag right now as a prize. I'm in there. I might fuck around and want to play more often, bro.
Listen,
that would be fucking dope.
It's my top 3 70s shows that I'll take the bag right now. Mork and Mindy, WKRP in Cincinnati.
Much love.
And Three's Company.
Much love. That's a great list. I'm telling you, usually they start giving prize packages from those types of shows and shit, like authentic shit, right? Not some weirdo fucking printing shit in their back room. I mean, like some nice looking shit. Like you throw me some, hey, I'll rock a Jack Tripper shirt, fam. Don't fuck around. Come on. It could be that light brown ass, weird ass 70s fucking color scheme, the brown, orange, and burnt sienna and shit. Run it. Oh man, that sounds way more better than a 2-inch trophy.
All right, let me put this little nugget in your head for you to salivate on and think about for a couple of days. Now that you just said that, an alternate Glue Guys logo color scheme, and I'm only gonna say 2 words: Regal Beagle. You work on that, and we'll talk later. You said Jack Tripper. I had to throw that out there.
Oh boy.
Only certain people will get that. All right, on the 50s men's major, United taking the title. That's our boy Ship and Kevin Bourgeois swinging the Onyx. Guys we're very familiar with. They put a team together for it. 40s AAA, Men of Action. That's Papa, our boy Rob. I just want to point out, I saw the post he put up, so I wanted to push it on the show. I guess they lost a friend. I don't know if he's a player or friend, so please ignore my ignorance. But Anthony Martinez, so they end up taking the title for a fallen friend, and that's pretty damn cool, man.
Yes, it is. Yes,
to do it in the year where you're mourning, but you're trying to do something bigger than yourselves for a fallen comrade is fucking cool.
Absolutely. Shout out to them. Shout out to Men of Action.
Shout out, Papa. Yeah, and listen, man, thank you for giving us something we're talking about rather than, to cut through all this bullshit and drama, which don't worry, we'll talk about a little bit. But hey, take that moment as the glowing one. It's downhill from here. No, I'm sorry. One more glowing thing, then it's going to go downhill. And then the last one, I saved this for last. 40s major. Blue Pill Mafia. I'm sure you already heard about it because people just can't help themselves. All right. I need to set the record straight on the scenario that happened. We've already got a whisper down the line situation where the story has been convoluted, way past the point of sanity. So let me drop a little wisdom while my bodyguard there is covering the door with I think that's an Easton. That'll do some damage. So guys, listen, let me Adam Schefter this for a second. All right. It wasn't a straight roster check. Blue Pill Mafia didn't go over there and have the information and then wait, and that's not what happened. It was a 6th inning. They were up 2. Okay, and the director made the call. So I guess they got the information. This team had 9 or 10. They had picked up guys that had already played in the tournament because it was Monday. I'm assuming guys left or they didn't plan properly. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's just get that squared away. And please, when you talk about it, say the right story. Stop being a jerk off. All right? If you're going to talk about it, at least just say the right story, man. The problem that's happening is that everybody's getting all pumped up for the drama, twisting the story the way they want. And the fact that these guys have had a ridiculous year, not just this world, all right? A ridiculous year, all right? Coming back this year, and a lot of you guys were putting dirt on the grave. A lot of you guys were dismissing them. Don't try to fucking tell me you weren't. Because if I'll start calling names out because I know them. You were doing it when I was still directing. You wrote them off. So what did they do? They retooled Ernie over there and the boys. Southwest Championships, 4th at Senior Softball Worlds, which is the one everybody's measured by. 1,000 teams. All right. The other World's Champions. Come on. Nobody else in 40s Major has that resume for this year. Period. Go ahead. Try to argue. Post some in chat. Try to get me annoyed. I don't care. It's dead now. Don't bother wasting your energy. Put your fingers on the keys. It's a knockout. It's a Jorge Masvidal on Ben Askren. We barely hit the bell and you're out. The fight's over. There's no argument. They are the 40s Major Team of the Year, without question. And if you want to argue it, I just question your sanity. And we'll go from there. So I wanted to take a minute to really put the focus back on where it should be, instead of all you hypocrites jumping on a stupid, what you perceive to be roster checking the situation, what you perceive or what you just choose to make up. Some of you do that shit too. You know who you are. These guys need, let's pat these guys on the back. A lot of you half-ass fake people out there like to talk about, we need to be more positive and we need to pick each other up. And then, as soon as it comes out of your mouth, there you are in DMs talking shit about a roster checker. Knock it off. I've said this before. Give these guys who went out there their due. Give them their due, man. Ernie and Callis and Andy. Give these guys their fucking due, man. Mickey jumped in there with them this weekend. Give them their due. My boy Kevin playing third. He's been there forever, dude. He's like your favorite burger shop down the street. He's just always there, man. He's going to drop a 700 and make 3 or 4 plays at third that you go, I don't know how the fuck he's still doing that. All right? It's clockwork, bro. Clockwork, Kevin over there. Underrated, not talked about enough on that team because of the talent. All right? So hell of a retool. And the Red Rider out there, doing his thing, Mr. P, who I've known shit from league before he was close to being a senior. Making things happen, man. Listen, just be happy for guys, for God's sake. Not with the, I know it's real easy to find something to cry about, so you don't have to look at your own team's problems or holes. All right? Fuck that. They went 11-1, man. Get off your fucking high horses. Let's clap it up, man. And you can. It's okay to say we're wrong, people. That's one thing I noticed. It's okay to say we're wrong. All I said was they were going to retool and be dangerous. Marlos took it to one step further and called this what happened fucking this weekend. Called it. So here, let me get my golf club out. There's the golf. Here's the golf portion.
What can I say? What can I say? I make the right choices when the right choices need to be made. That's all there is to it.
So everybody, look, knock it the fuck off. Let's pivot a little bit and head toward better waters here instead of just being a fucking mud pit, fucking slumlord, fucking apartment building that fucking senior softball is sometimes. Come on, let's go. It's petty now, guys. I'm 50. It's fucking petty. And I'm tired of you guys being fucking hypocrites. You go on Facebook and congrats and like the post and then you open your fucking mouth at the fields. I don't work for anybody. I'll just call you out on the shit. Stop being bitches. So look, get the story right. Understand you guys just run your mouth and then let it go a week later. These guys had to rebuild the fucking team. This wasn't just for this weekend. This wasn't a couple pickups. This team was built and cultivated together throughout the whole year. Kept some mainstays. Diaz has been there the whole time. Anthony Wampler's been there. Obviously, Callis, Ernie, Kevin. New blood with Kevin, JP, So it's the mix. It's the formula. Because at the end of the day, they're the only ones who could say they won it this year. You can hem and haw and this ump and this thing and that guy and he left and ego. None of that shit fucking matters. Stop finding a reason not to look in the mirror and go, hey, maybe I need to hit better than 400. Maybe I shouldn't be fouling out. But we don't hear about that, do we? You know, it's you guys focused in on them, and there were other teams. Nobody did what they did. The closest, you know, Toda went on AAA side, you know, got to Sunday night before they lost. And it sucks because they hit their game guarantee, so they didn't even get a chance, you know, to run the losers bracket. They might listen. We know Toda hits another fucking gear when they get in that losers bracket, man. They usually lose early for I don't know, man. I'm speculating here about possible use of medicinal things. Takes a little while to equal out, get the equilibrium back. But I've seen it time and time again where Toto will lose a game and get smoked early and then just run the fucking losers bracket. So that's unfortunate when they lost because the game guarantee, you know, pushed them. They were done because they played so much. So congrats to those guys. A lot of teams went, so I'm not going to get nuts and mention everybody. But like I said, I wanted to point out Toda didn't lose till Sunday night. And then Barachos 2.0 made a real nice run out of the losers bracket. And guys, I'm sorry. I don't know who was in the red bracket. I don't know who was in the blue bracket. Trying to make sense of that fucking abacus that is the bracket. I'm sorry. It's impossible to figure out how teams even finished. All right? It's a fucking fuck you and marching. All right? All right, Smoothie? You know what? You know what, Smoot? We're keeping it real tonight. We're being honest. You could paint your fucking dunks a little better, bud. They could be a little better. You know, it's time you got out of DH Gate and Temu. All right, you graduated to like you can go to that sneaker guy that's on YouTube and pass your shit off as real. It's time to step up, buddy. Moving on. So I wanted to highlight those guys. All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for the first time to use this new information I have from the weekend in a game show format. What we're going to do, folks, we had a ton of confirmed reports of Arizona teams playing other teams with players who were not 40 years. Marlos can talk whenever the hell he wants. That's what you don't fail to understand. He can shut me up whenever he wants. Must be a new viewer.
No, I think it's somebody being funny. You know, I don't know.
Well, I just, you know what? I appreciate the effort, but A for effort, F for actually being funny. So thanks.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. Come again.
Try again.
So a lot more than I would have expected. Got confirmation from more than two sources on every one of these ages I'm going to put out that guys played against 38, 36, 35, 34, 32, and then late, right before we started the show, I got a confirmation of one team played against a 31-year-old. What are we doing?
All right, so let me play devil's advocate. Are we looking at people really trying to cheat their way into 2-inch fucking trophies and t-shirts? Or is it a situation where the way the bracket was, the timing, the weekend, the Mondays, the times to fly back, etc., kind of turn people into a situation where they're looking for whomever they can get?
I'll only say if it's a weekend invitational church league, whatever tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's Worlds. You've put the money away. You've scheduled your trip. You're coming from farther from out in Nevada. You've known for at least a couple months that this weekend you were going to be there. This isn't 2 weeks ago the coach sends out a text who's available.
All right, but here's a thought though. And I know that a lot of people probably agree with me, but they wait a long time to throw these brackets up. And I mean, granted, you know that the weekend, and I'm glad you said that, the weekend is, the tournament. But I still think there are a lot of people who play who may not have the opportunity to play on that Monday or can't roll the dice and hope that they make Monday. They kind of have to plan to be gone Monday, or maybe they have to be back to work or they have a situation or they have kids or something like that. I guess what I'm saying is I know we always say, okay, people are cheating. They're trying to cheat. They're trying to get this guy, whatever. But you got to wonder sometimes, is it really about them, people just cheating? Or is it that the format and the timing kind of makes it a little easier to run afoul of the roster?
Well, let me pivot just a little bit off of that. I'm not getting into who's trying to cheat with a younger player, who's not. I'm not even going there. My pivot is going to be this.
All right.
It's not for me to decide. I honestly don't care. All right. My issue is it's a world's tournament. So you should have a set of rules, okay, that should be followed. And it should never be in a gray area where, we'll let a 38-year-old in. He's only got 2 months, 3 months, whatever. We'll let a 37-year-old. No, not in the world. You need to set the precedent and then follow it. And they just seemed like they kept moving the goalposts, man. Like, look, 39, 38 right there in that line, we can have that discussion. That is a completely legitimate discussion to have, okay? No right or wrong there. Just like both sides have a legitimate point is all I'm saying. When we start talking about 37-year-olds, 35, I mean a 31-year-old, I don't care if you're short. There's a rule. It's an age bracketed thing. Why did that dude get an exception and not every 31-year-old that might have wanted to play but didn't even check because he knew he wasn't a senior?
No, I agree. I like
Set
I said,
the
I want to be
and follow it. But then again, this isn't the first time this has happened there, so it's not surprising.
That's why I wanted to be devil's advocate. I mean, the reality is it's our own responsibility as far as, coaches on these teams, players on these teams. It's our responsibility to make sure we have enough players, and it's our responsibility to make sure that we follow the rules. I'm not gonna ever try to justify some fuckery because that's all that is, right? But I just I wanted to put it out there because I know that we spend a lot of time, not we as in us, but just in general, spend a lot of time focusing on roster checking and rosters being, a cheating mechanism and things like that. And to echo kind of a point that you made, dude, you can't go 11-1 and get cheated all the way out, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, even if you did get one game where the other team decided to not, follow the rules, is that your fault? Of course not. Look, and I'm going to say this for full transparency, right? Because I don't want to ever come across like a hypocrite. I know I'm always the one who says, roster checks are bullshit, right? I say that 99.9% of the time. The only time that I think a roster check is in place or, that you want to put that in play and I won't look at you like an asshole is pretty much at Worlds, because that's the culmination of everything everybody's been doing all year, all the bickering, all the drama, all the back and forth, the player stealing, we don't fuck with that guy, whatever you want to call it. All the experiences that you have are culminated at Worlds. And if at Worlds you are unable to field a team without using, an illegal player, then you shouldn't be there. If if you're doing things on the up and up and someone catches on to the other team doing some shady shit, that's what it's for. That's why we have rules. I know everybody likes to puff their chest out and pull their nuts out and show everybody the size of their fucking testicles and whatever by saying, "Oh, I would never." And it's great. It doesn't really fucking matter. At the end of the day, the rule is what the rule is. The rule was called, and that's that. Doesn't matter who did it. Doesn't matter where. Doesn't matter when. At Worlds, to me, that's the one where there isn't a lot of excuse for you to come up there, not have your players, not have your roster right, not do the things that you're supposed to do. It's our responsibility to go up there and play hard. And if you're doing that, you're put in a position to win. That's all you can do. As far as, the folks who decided to cheat, that's your loss, bro. I don't see that as like a bitch move. I mean, the bitch move is throwing some asshole who's not on your team on the field. I don't give a fuck if you got 8 people. I don't give a fuck if you got 10. I don't care. That's not how it works at Worlds. You want to do that shit on a everyday tournament in I don't know, Legacy or wherever else, that's fine. But I don't think that's okay at Worlds. I'd also like to say I don't think there's anybody who plays any level of competitive softball who's going to say, "Hey, let's go to Worlds and let's cheat." And then if we get caught, we're going to blame the other team. That's all bullshit. That's fucking stupid.
It's
you
ridiculous.
Look like you're having a little issue.
I'm not. I just realized that my mic is not on. It's my webcam mic, so it doesn't matter. I was just looking to see if
it's all good.
I guess I lost my mic, so I'm probably sounding far away, which drives me nuts. Anyway,
no,
it is what
you're
it
fine.
is.
You honestly sound fine.
So here's the thing, man. Worlds is already, everything is amplified. All right, everything, the drama, the shit talking, everything is amplified. Everybody's looking for the slightest little edge. So you're never going to 100% clean anything up. Okay, but that's why it's important to have those rules kind of set in stone, wherever they are. You have 38-year-old. I don't give a shit, but have it written down somewhere and everybody understand it is the point I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
So if everybody's trying to find the edge and bend the rule or just flat out break them or whatever, it's pretty damn important to at least have a nice baseline so it cuts down on some of the ways they can do it. And this is one area where U-Trip Worlds will always be superior. I'm sorry, U-Trip and the archaic pencil writing people, that other section, where they're superior to NCS and they will remain superior. And I'll say this because I have inside knowledge. You have to show your ID when you check in at both Archaic Place in Vegas in September and U-Trip Worlds last year's in Texas. You have to show it. I was there 1 year. I had to check the IDs. All right. And let me tell you, I don't know why you guys got to have 4 or 5 different fucking names, but like trying to decipher who was who, that was fun. But we checked them all. And there were a couple guys that weren't able to play. One team ended up not playing because the online roster they submitted only had 3 guys on it originally, what they submitted. And they tried to come in and say, oh, we're going to pencil with the roster. And Vic, very, very proud of him. Not that he needs me to be proud of him, but he called him out and said, no, you're not playing. These are the rules. This is what it was said. I'm sorry you didn't check your email or this or that or whatever. Just listen. The thing is this. All I'm saying is, number one, have a set of rules, especially for Worlds, and follow them. And anything that comes in there, be damned. And hopefully you got good directors to deal, if you have a gray area issue, to deal with it. But as the head of an organization, you make clear how you want it dealt with. You delegate it down. That's a huge problem for the guys this weekend or last weekend. And then the thing I could say with inside knowledge is it's just not important to the people running that tournament. They don't care about that. And when things like this keep happening, simple fixes to things where it's like, whatever. I personally, Mark DeChico only opinion is that the money's the most important thing and it's a grab. You look at the prize pack. Look, adding a fucking 5th game in a bracket that doesn't mean anything. It's shit, dumb. Man. Make a fucking extra pool game. Make it mean something. It's such a simple fix. Yet no. Well, let's make it a 5-game guarantee. Oh, we do more games than the other guys. But here's a whole silver, blue, aqua, pink, tequila sunrise fucking bracket. Why? I'm going home. Fuck, you want me to stay Monday? You already fucked up the schedule enough that I got to jack up my whole Monday and Tuesday, and you want me to play a game that don't mean shit? Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. I know the other year when I went and we had like extra games and shit. I thought that was ridiculous. And of course, most of the silver bracket teams forfeited because exactly the same point. Nobody's just sticking around, wasting money, wasting time just because that's bullshit. And there's no real excuse for those things to happen year in, year out, tournament after tournament after tournament. At some point, they've got to look at themselves and do a better job. Number 2, I know that we say this all the time, but we as players and teams need to hold these folks accountable. I know I'm always the one who says this and everybody looks at me like I'm, the old guy yelling at people to get off my lawn. But dude, I can make money. I can get another job. I can get a new bat. I can get another glove, whatever you name it, find another team, whatever. But the one thing that I cannot get back is time. And if you're going to waste my fucking time, why do I need to be here? That's bullshit. The fact that we continue to do that and everybody continues to run up there every year, all happy go lucky, and then they come back and bitch about it is tired. You like it. Just admit it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like a toxic girlfrild, bro. You like it. Just fucking say it.
Listen, I see the chat comments. I'm not going to acknowledge that shit. Here's why, guys.
Nah,
you paid to go.
Yeah,
so this is the 3rd year I'm saying the same shit. And when I looked at the bracket 2 shows ago or whatever, I told you exactly what was going to happen. And look at that. The games are supposed to be done at 1:30 on Monday. You went to like 9, 10 o'clock.
Yep, all bullshit. All
called down. That was easy. Shit, I wish I could have bet on it. Can we get this shit put in the MGM app? Can I get some odds on this next year to bet?
Run me up on DraftKings or some shit. I don't know.
Bro, I'll buy you all. I'll call DT up. I haven't talked to him in a while. But if they let me do that, shit, I'll buy everybody the next Louisville Slugger exclusive.
Yeah, man. Throw the code on there. DT
and you won't need that motherfucking code. Fuck that 20%. I'll be in money. But listen, stop bitching about it and stop going. Stop going. Until then, don't come in my chat. Well, the umpires. Well, this and that. I brought up the subjects I brought up tonight because they're fun to talk about. Letting a 31-year-old play in a 40s over world tournament is hilarious to me. The roster check issue of in a Worlds, both Marlos and I agree, Rules are rules. Everything should be on the up and up. 100%. I do it every time at Worlds. You should know better.
Yeah, Worlds
and
is not the place
the
you fuck
team
around
that
with.
does it, the other thing we do in Arizona, I don't know about other places, boy, we love to shit on the team that called it out, don't we? They didn't break a fucking rule.
Yeah.
They didn't break a rule. So to call them bitches and pussies and they cheated. No, they didn't cheat. They actually followed the rules. And the people that scream cheated the loudest are the ones that the next tournament out at SRP that doesn't mean anything, calling for a fucking roster check during the first pool game. Yeah, look in the mirror. Look in the fucking mirror. The sad part is, guys, this is the majority still. These guys who can't say, hey, man, BPM battled all year. It was fun to watch. Great bunch of guys. No, the majority is, I heard they roster checked. All right? Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, do me a favor. Go play in the church league. That's the only way it's going to get better for the guys still playing. I'm not out there playing. I don't give a shit. But as a human being, can you be a better human instead of a scumbag piece of fucking shit?
In the name of Sam.
Yeah, who am I kidding? I know that's never going to happen. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here. It's been fun. We'll see you guys next week, of course. The Glue Guys program, Wednesdays, 6:30 p.m.
Topics. We'll post. We'll do something. I'll have Eagle shit on. Marlos will make fun of me for it. And we'll keep doing what we do. You're either going to watch or you're not. But guess what? We're still going to be here. So until next week, peace.